Hello daily drafters and welcome back to the channel for today's daily draft. Again, before we get into anything today, thank you to all of the new subscribers here on the channel. We've passed 1,000 earlier this week and it's been insane and we're looking to grow even more. I mean, the channel is on the up and up and it's been amazing to have you all join in and the tons of positive responses that I've gotten in the past several days on all these recent videos. So thank you to all the subscribers. Thank you for all you subscribers that have been here for a very long time too. I still appreciate all of you being here as well. And thank you, Wizards of the Coast, for this early access account, of which I'm filming on Thursday, April 13th, which is before the release of March of the Machine. But as you can see here, I can participate in the early access event, which gives me early access to these sealed and draft events against other content creators, which is what I'm going to present to you in this draft video here today. They've given me a loaded account. I've got all the gems and coins you could ever want, unlimited wildcards, and it's been a blast so far participating in this. And we're going to run a draft here for you today. We've already run 2 sealed runs. This video released on Thursday. If you are new to the channel, you're finding this early access video right now. Go back to the video on Thursday. If you haven't yet gone to your pre-release, we've got a couple sealed videos for you already. So yes, we've got Premier Draft March of the Machine. These queues take a little bit of while to fill up because there's not a ton of people participating in this. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and make a cut to Pack 1 Pick 1 here for you. So I'll see you there. All right, here we are in Pack 1 Pick 1. Before we get into it, let's take a look who we're drafting with. J.A. Judge Recoil, NCAA, IGN, Human Token, Eric S., Ida Kotoba, and eSporter. Not familiar with too many of those. I do know a few of those names, but if you guys know, that's who we're drafting with here. Let's take a look at Pack 1 Pick 1. I see a Volcanic Spite. I'm going to reserve that for now. This is like the best red removal spell in the format so far. It's 2 mana, deals 3. You can kind of like rummage away something. Pylon. Pylon's probably just better than that, right? 4 mana, instant, convoke, destroy creature, planeswalker, surveil 2. That's better than Volcanic Spite. Our multiverse legend here is Captain Lannery Storm. 3 mana, 2/2 haste. Attacks, get a treasure. Here's our battle. This one's not one of the better battles. 4 mana, draw 3, discard a card, and then it kind of turns into something that's not great. Gift completion, render inert. Yeah, I think this is a pretty easy pylon for us here. One of the better removal spells, particularly because it's at rare. But we'll go ahead and take the pylon, and then we get past Hidetsugu and Kairi, our neighbor over here. Judge Recoil took the multiverse legend, but you know what? We're here to play with some rares and have some fun, are we not? There is an Aetherblade Agent, which is a card I do like. 2 mana, 1/1 Death Touch turns into a 3/3 that deals combat damage to draw a card. There's a Stormclaw Rager, which could be good. Final Flourish is also good. But Hidetsugu and Kairi is very good. In the couple of sealed runs we did, someone dropped this on turn 4 with ramp and then played 2 battles in a row and immediately flipped them, and I was just completely dead. So having a flying creature like this can go a long way with that. We're going to probably put our neighbors into black a little bit with Final Flourish and Aetherblade Agent here, but there's nothing we can really do about that. Invasion of Muruganda. This is another one of the good battles, but we have Hidetsugu and Kairi, which already goes a little bit with Pylon here. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Hidetsugu and Kairi, and we'll see if blue-black ends up being open for us here. All right, taking a look around, we've got a Invasion of Dominaria, which is 3 mana, 5 defense battle. When it ETBs, you gain 4 life and draw a card. Not bad. There's Etched Host Doombringer, which I think is pretty good. There's also Etched Familiar. 3 mana, 3/2. When it dies, we drain for 2. Let's see. 4 mana, 3/3 Menace. ETBs, each player mills 3. You can transform it into a 4/5 Menace, which can get a 2-drop back from either graveyard. That's pretty good. I'm wondering if that's better than Etched Familiar? It's close. It's definitely close. I think this is going to be one of my pet cards here, Etched Familiar, so I'm going to go ahead and take that. It might be a little early to take it there, but we'll take it. Okay, so blue is drying up hard. There's only disturbing conversion, which is fine, but not great. It's a pretty underwhelming pack. There's Sunblessed Guardian, 2 mana 2/2 that can transform into a creature here. Pretty good one. Phyrexian Censor is probably the best card in this pack. There's also Storm the Seed Core, which is good too. Kind of regretting taking Hitotsugu here, but it has the highest upside. There's also just a failed conversion. Maybe it's just worth taking a failed conversion. It's the only black card left in the pack. This either means that our neighbors are in black and we're in trouble, or the packs have just been not very black so far, and it looks like they've been not very black because there's still a Vanquish the Weak here. I think this is a decent removal spell. I don't think it's outstanding. I think pick 5 is about right for it, so it makes sense that it's still here. But blue is still not looking great for us, so Hitotsugu might be on the back burner. Invasion of Mercadia is not a bad one. Why don't we go ahead and just stay black here and see what comes. Okay, now we've got some black signals. Deadly Derision is Grim Bounty at instant speed, for those of you that played during Grim Bounty set, which I believe was AFR, Adventures in the Forgotten Realms. Dina Soul Steeper is pretty good, but there's not much of a life gain theme. There's another Etched Familiar, which is a card I like. Again, there is some blue here, interestingly enough, but we're definitely taking the Deadly Derision. Now what can we find? Zhalfirin Shapecraft. Oof, these cards nowadays, they're hard to say. They're running out of words to put on cards. We're not really looking to be much of a creature deck. We're almost more of a control deck so far. So I'm wondering if Gloomfang Mauler as a Swamp Cycler is going to be pretty good for us. It's a 7 mana 5/5 Menace backup to Swamp Cycling 2. There's also Artistic Refusal. Artistic Refusal. Invasion of Urgamon and Rada Coalition Warlord. So I'm wondering if red-green is open, but we're going to go ahead and take the Mauler here. Just stay black for now. Rona Shieldred's Faithful, 4 mana, 3/4. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, they lose a life. You can cast it from your graveyard by discarding 2 cards and paying 4. And that seems pretty good. But there's a Temporal Cleansing as well. That might just be better. Even if you don't convoke this card, it's still not bad. We're looking to be pretty controlling right now. There's a Dreg Recycler, which I probably would play, but I'm actually going to take the Temporal Cleansing here. Okay, so Corrupted Conviction. I suppose, is this just Village Rites? Or does Village Rites also sack an artifact? How is this different from Village Rites? There's an Eyes of Gitaxias here and a Render Inert. I have liked playing Render Inert. For those of you that haven't seen the sealed video, if you have 3+ battles, I think this card is actually pretty good. But I'm going to go ahead and take my first copy of Eyes of Gitaxias here, and oh my goodness, they both wield. So we are in the right color. Now what's better, Final Flourish or Aetherblade Agent? I don't know, they're both quite good. Again, we're looking to be a little bit more of a controlling deck, so another removal spell probably isn't bad. A shame they're both in the same pack. I would love to play both of those cards there. The Etched Hope's Doombringer still wield. 5 mana 3/5 drains for 2, not too bad. There's a Negate, no thanks. Mirrodin Avenged, no thanks. But we are in the right deck here. So, not to mention with Hitotsugu and Kairi, having a high instant and sorcery count is going to be good, because we could flip something off the top of our deck with that. So, ooh, perfect. Island. No, we'll go ahead and pass red signals just because we will not be drafting red. But black seemed to be quite open. All right, Bloodfell Caves in case we need to splash something red. Not a bad pickup. And what do we get here at the end of the pack? Probably nothing, but with what wheeled earlier in black, maybe something comes by. Last pick black card? No, last pick Rada. All right. Okay, what do we have here? We've got some goodies, that's for sure. Invasion of Tolvada, 5 mana for a battle. Return target non-battle permanent from your graveyard to the battlefield. So it's just like reanimate. Then you can flip it to give tokens +1/+0 lifelink. Beginning of your end step, make basically a 2/1 flying lifelink. That's pretty good. Is it worth trying to splash, or should we just take something like Ingaruni's Final Flourish? This is 4 mana 3/3 ETB Scry 3. Well, both the Agent and the Flourish wheeled last time, so who's to say it's not going to wheel again? Tenured Oilcaster, no. I'm going to go ahead and take Inga here. If this were blue-black, I'd obviously be taking that battle. We don't have any battles yet, notably. Would very much like to pick up at least one or two. As for those of you that haven't watched the sealed video as well, I've found that if you can get down early, pressure your opponents, and then put a battle down, immediately flip it, it's hard to lose that game. Because you've gotten too much value. But if they flip it before you do, then you're in some problems. All right, Heliod. As much as I would love to try to play you, you're double white, and I don't think that's really going to work out for us. So we've got Furia, which is fine, but probably not worth splashing. So then we have Ifara's Dispersal or Vanquish the Weak here. I think I'm going to take my first copy of Ifara's Dispersal. We already have a Vanquish. And again, today, I haven't mentioned this yet today, but today isn't about winning or losing. Today's about just like getting content out for you all so you can see more decks, see more cards for your first drafts of this on Tuesday or later next week. Because, I mean, I'm obviously going to do my best, but I'm also playing against some pretty good content creators as well in the queues. So I'm going to go ahead and take my first copy of Ifara's Dispersal to kind of disperse my assets here. What on earth? Anafenza Kin Tree Spirit. Bolster? Excuse me, what set are you from? Choose a creature with the least toughness, put a 1/1 counter on it. Okay, well, you're double white, so no thanks. But there is an Ichor Drinker here, which is great. 1 mana, 1/1 lifelink. Pay 1 to exile it from your graveyard to incubate 2. Yes, please. I would probably play a Berserker if it wheeled. Definitely a Cryptomancer if it wheeled. But I'm going to go ahead and take the Ichor Drinker. Nice early on the curve here. We are a little high in the curve, so we're going to have to watch out. Really hoping that either the Flourish or the 2/1 or the 2 mana 1/1 Death Touch comes back our way in pick 9, but we'll see. All right, Invasion, what do you do? 2 mana 3 defense. When ETBs look at target opponent's hand, exile a non-land for as long. Okay, so it just taxes something for 2. And then it can flip into a win more card. Gift of Completion, Expedition Lookout. Expedition Lookout is kind of the card we're looking at in this deck, if we're being honest. It's 2 mana, 2/3 Defender. And that's basically exactly what we're looking for to fill up our 2-drop slot here. So we'll go ahead and take that. Did we get that? Yeah, we got the earlier failed conversion, so we probably don't need another one. Phyrexian Gargantua, 6 mana, 4/4 ETB, draw 2, lose 2. That's pretty good. Nezumi Freewheeler is the one that we didn't take earlier. And then there's another Etched Host Doombringer. Blue looking to be cut from this side. We already have a lot of cards up here, and no matter what we take here, it's going to be 4, 5, or 6 drop. No battles, so the Doombringer isn't at its best here. I guess I'll take a Gargantua, and we'll see how this goes in deck building. Okay, Dismal Backwater is great, but there is an Informant and another Ichor Drinker here, and both of these are cards that I do really like. Do we have any sacrifice synergies for the Informant here? Doesn't look like it. So does that mean that Ichor Drinker is just better for us? If we had sacrifice synergies, this card is great, and it's still great. If this wasn't here, I'd take it happily. But I'm going to go ahead and take the Ichor Drinker. Nice little 2-for-1. Glistening Deluge. I don't think that's good enough to main deck, even in best of 1. Still no battles in our colors, unfortunately. There is a Shapecraft, but again, not playing too many creatures. This would be pretty good with the Ichor Drinker, but I don't think that's reason enough to run this. So I'm going to take the Aetherborn and probably not play it. Here we go. Here's a battle. When you ETB, search your library, graveyard, or sideboard for an instant sorcery, put it in your hand. Flips into something that copies all your instants and sorceries. Well, we're here to test out some fun rares, aren't we? I don't know if we're ever flipping that, though. 5 mana to tutor an instant or sorcery? Actually, I don't think that's for us. Because it's 7 defense. We're never flipping that. All right, both of them came back. Guys, we're in the right archetype here. All right, so I'm going to take the Aetherblade Agent. If this wasn't early access and it was trying to build the perfect deck, I probably would take the Final Flourish here. But I want to experience more in different cards so you can see how some of these transforming cards work as well in the games. Vanquish is wheeling. Man, we are a control deck to the max. We're going to kill every creature that's ever played on their side. What's our win con? I don't even know. Scornblade Berserker. Scoured Barrens, but we don't have anything white to splash yet. And this is for more of a creature-based deck. Guess I'll take the land. I mean, we effectively have a 2-pack deck here. I guess I'll take Gift of Completion. Man, these early draft deck builds are always super difficult. I'm gonna end up with like 42 cards and not know what to cut here. I will tell you, I will cut several of these cards though, because we are getting a little high on the curve. We might be the only black drafter at this entire table. Look, the Informant wheeled. Like, I think we're the only black drafter at the whole table. I will take it. Oh, so many good cards. All right, Zephyr Singer. Ooh, you know what? Yorion can be companioned. And we have enough cards to potentially companion Yorion here. Is this going to be worth it? All right, so there's a Zephyr Singer, which is great, but not outstanding in our deck only because we're not a super heavy creature deck. There is a Deadly Derision, which is great. There's a Vanquish the Weak, which probably wheels. There's another Doombringer, which probably wheels. But you know what? I'm companioning Yorion. Grafted Butcher. Oof. Guys, I'm having so much fun. I hope you're having fun watching. This is such a blast. Grafted Butcher. 2 mana, 2/2. When ETBs Phyrexians you control gain menace. Other Phyrexians get +1/+1. You can sacrifice an artifact or creature, pay 4, and return it to the battlefield. We have 6 Phyrexians. Get on in there, Grafted Butcher. All right. Wicked Slumber is a little bit of a control card. Gift of Completion. Number 2, Eyes of Gitaxias, Dreg Recycler. Saiba Cryptomancer. A lot of this is going to wheel. Honestly, I would not be surprised if all 4 of these cards wheel. Someone's taking the Invasion, someone's taking Finn. Someone's taking the white cards and the only red card here. This is good in like a little bit more of a tempo deck. We're more control here. So let's take Eyes of Gitaxias. Deadly Derision. Let's keep killing everything, I guess. Beginning of your end step, if an artifact or creature was sacrificed, Scornblade Berserker. I mean, again, a lot of this is going to wheel, so we're just going to go ahead and take a Deadly Derision. And we're fine to play all these cards, because Yorion says your starting deck must contain at least 60 cards. And you know what? I think it will. Where did all of my cards go? All right, everybody, before I tell you how to say this card, for those of you that don't know, go ahead and say it at home. Now laugh at yourself. And know that it's Borborygmos and Fibblethip. Because that card is hilarious. Corruption of Tawashi. 5 mana, incubate 4. Whenever something transforms, draw a card. That can't be good, can it? That's so expensive. But our deck is expensive, so why not? Ooh, Halo Forager, Invasion of... Oh my gosh, everything is here. We have to take Halo Forager, right? I want a battle, but again, we are a little bit more of a controlling deck. And it's going to be hard for us to pressure these battles. I think we're going to do a lot better at protecting the battles that our opponents assign us. And Halo Forager is going to cast like 17 different removal spells from our graveyard here. So I'm taking Halo Forager. Kitesail, no. Archivist, no. Cryptomancer. We already have one. There's another Isaac Vitaxius. We already have 2 of those. That card's a little bit slow. I'm going to go ahead and take Cryptomancer here. That could be wrong. I would totally be open to the fact that Isaac Vitaxius is a better card than I'm giving it credit for. I think it's pretty good, so I'm going to include it here. All right, the number before the wheel. We'll take an Expedition Lookout because we are a control deck. Pretty good pickup for us there. And our curve is looking not bad, actually, because this will end up going in the companion zone somewhere whenever we deck build. Alright, so we aren't the only black drafter. Deadly Derision didn't wheel out of the first pack, but that's okay. We have no battles, so Render Inert is not for this deck. And I'll just take another 5-drop. Boy, is our deck expensive. We're going to have to really make... I mean, we have a lot of cheap creatures too, but man, we've got a lot of expensive ones, don't we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 5, and 6, and 7 drops. That is a little scary. But again, we have double Lookout, double Drinker, Dreg Recycler, double Cryptomancer, 1/1 Death Touch, an Informant, a Flourish, double Vanquish. I mean, we have ways to stabilize earlier in the game. So, don't think we're going to need these 2 lands. Not looking to splash anything. I don't think we're running that, but I'll put it there for now. That as well. We'll see how many cuts we can actually make when companioning Yorion here. I'm not much of a constructed player, so I'm going to have to do the math on figuring out how many lands to run in this deck. It's going to be interesting. Should pull out my calculator right now, actually. Let's see. 17 as usual. It's 42.5% of our deck times 60, so roughly 25.5 lands. Would keep it at the same ratio for limited. So if we can figure out a way to put in 35 or 34 cards, probably 34, 26 lands sounds okay with all of this high drops. We got to make sure we hit our land drops. So we can actually have a little bit of room to make some cuts here with Yorion in the companion zone. What a format. What a format. All right, let's see here. And where is he? Here he is. Put him over there. Run 26 lands, I think we agreed on. I'll divide it 13-13 for now. And we'll see once I get the deck here how to eventually do that. I think we have to keep all of this That's on the cut block. This is on the cutting block. Although with double Ichor Drinker, it's not bad. I don't know how much I like this card. In fact, I don't think it's going to make the cut. Failed conversion, fine. Ichor Shade, yeah, we're not really sacrificing here. And then, actually, Mirrodin Avenged with something like Informant, Cryptomancers, Ichor Drinkers, Lookouts. I mean, that's actually not bad. How many Phyrexians do we currently have? 9 Phyrexians, including ways to incubate. Incubate 3. Double incubate 3 here, incubate 3 here. So gift to completion may not be bad. Something like consuming Aetherborn. Maybe one of these Doombringers. Let's see. You know what? I'm going to cut one of the Doombringers here. Just to kind of put our curve a little bit more that way. Just to see. And then this is a... We're going to be running Standard today in Early Access. No, we're going to be running a 60-card limited deck with Yorion in the Companion Zone. Yorion works well with things like Cryptomancers, Informant, Halo Forager, Ingaroon Eyes, Doombringers, Hitotsugu, Mauler, Gargantua. I mean, it works well with a lot of things in our deck, so it's going to be pretty sweet. I am super stoked for this. No idea if this is going to be good, but we're going up against some tough competition today with other content creators, and I'm going to see you in game 1. All right, and here we are in game number 1, and we have a suspect hand, but Etched Familiar on 3 can go a little bit of the ways to helping us stabilize here. So I suppose we will keep and say hello to Becca Scott of the old, I think she has recently been doing, oh my goodness, there goes the entire window. Why does it keep doing that? Recently been doing a lot of the first looks for Wizards. She's personality, and I'm fangirling so hard here, guys. Just this has been so much fun for me, and playing against people that I recognize and a lot of you probably recognize as well. So this has been really fun so far, and I'm looking to have even more of it. All right, hopefully no 3-drop battle that they can attack. Well, it's a 2-drop battle, so I'm gonna go down to 1 here. And it flips into one of the better uncommon battles out there. Ah, yes, I forgot I can do this. Go ahead and bounce that to their hand. All right, these are both very good cards. So let's keep them. All right, Etched Familiar, get on down. Yeah, so for each set, usually a couple weeks before it releases, Wizards puts out a couple of really well-done pre-recorded videos about the mechanics for the set and a couple interviews with some of the designers for the set, and Becca Scott was the host of a lot of those for a while. So what else do they have for 1 green mana? All right, well, we have the Cleansing we can use at sorcery speed, or the Derision we can use at instant speed. I don't know if we need to use it on this because we can just trade here. So I'm going to hold up Deadly Derision and see what they want to do. Okay, 5 mana. Still have a Thrashing Frontliner. We'll see if they go for the removal on the Etched Familiar. If they do, I suppose I'm going to Deadly Derision the Scrounger here. But it blocks well enough for now. Okay. We'll let her attack and we will happily trade. Pass to blockers. Let's see if they go for a combat trick here. That's fine with me. Converter Beast. That owns our Deadly Derision here. Because now they have a hasty incubate token coming. Alright, well, I suppose we're going to have to Deadly Derision their incubate token. So that is the plan here. Maybe we win all of these games by decking them. Any more haste? Alright, well that's going to have to die. So we can Eyes of Gataxias and we can transform it. We can fail, we don't want to fail conversion. We can Temporal Cleansing. What I think I'm going to do is Etched Host Doombringer and buff up this battle here. That way it doesn't die to this Incubate token. And then if they do flip it and attack, we can Temporal Cleansing their 5/5. And then they don't get it back. Now, I put 26 lands in the deck for a reason, so hopefully we don't ever get stuck on 4 like this for much longer, but it is what it is. Okay. Looks like she will go ahead and get herself the 5/5. Makes sense. Bring that down to 2. Our plan is likely to just Temporal Cleansing here. Oh, did she have the fight spell or the bite spell? No, no attacks. Interesting. Okay, well then I suppose we're just going to go ahead and do this. I think she's got the bite spell to kill our Doombringer here. No? Okay, she's got something. Stoke the Flames, maybe? Ah, flooding out a little bit. All right, very clearly blocking here. Now, if she uses a combat trick, we can Mirrored and Avenged down that. Okay, looks like she'll go ahead and use, yeah, the Ignition or whatever. Stoke the Flames. It was Stoke the Flames. Okay. That's fine. She's just left with an 0-1 here. And now we've got basically everything we ever want to do for like the rest of this game, so this should be fine. I'll be mana efficient, put Yorion into my hand. I don't need to flip that thing exactly right now unless you play some hasty creature. Not to mention this battle's got 7 on it. Okay, so that's fine. We can go ahead and failed conversion that. Okay, now has a 1/2 with the double strike. And a wary thespian. Okay, well, these are creatures, for sure. We're a little bit choked on mana here, unfortunately. We can play the Gargantua, but then we still can't draw enough land to cast anything else. We can play Lookout and hold up Pylon or the flip card here, or flip this. Actually, we can do both. We play Lookout, we flip this, and we convoke out Pylon. There we go. That's the line. Okay. We can do this in instant speed, right? Yeah. So yes, because this has convoke. So yeah, this should be a nice little blowout, I would think. Okay, that's got defender, that's fine. We're not attacking you. Keep going after the battle. Lots of attention being paid to the battle. The backside is pretty good with this. It's a 3/3 with upside. Oh, but they're coming at my face. She says, no more battle. We don't need to fight that battle anymore. Oh, here we go. Okay. Okay, so I will pass to blockers. Block here. And then auto pay, destroying that. I mean, lands aren't the end of the world here, but we'll find more when we need it. So we'll just put those into the yard. This deck is so sweet. This feels like a standard control deck. Like, I'm not sure I've ever played a control deck this linear before, like ever. This is just insane. All right, we'll go ahead and play Gargantua here. Draw the Swamp to hold up Mirrored and Avenged. And we're in no rush. We've got all kinds of extra value here. Okay, she keeps drawing out of it though, that's for sure. This is a good one. Because when this dies, we have to sacrifice an artifact or a creature. But we have the Cryptomancer that we could eventually use to flip that, or to sacrifice to that. 7 mana, huh? Gosh, Yori and Blinking Inga and Gargantua and Cryptomancer. This is just, what do I even do? I have no idea what to do with this deck anymore. Like, everything else seems pretty good here. I'll just keep this. This could be the world's longest draft video. Oh my gosh. Okay. Go ahead and put that there. It will die. We sacrifice the Cryptomancer. And continue to get insane amounts of value. Halo Forager. What can we cast? We can cast Pylon. We can cast all of the removal spells, basically. What does she have in her yard that we can cast? Stoke the Flames. Man. Why don't we cast... Deadly Derision here. Get a treasure tote. We can also surveil too. I don't even know. This is just... I don't even know what to do anymore with all this. This is probably the most insane draft deck I've ever played. We can blink all of this stuff next turn with Yorion. But I won't play with my food anymore here, actually. I mean, I could do the whole Yorion thing and that would be fun, but there's no real reason necessarily. Thanks for the games, Becca. I apologize for taking as long as I did. There was a lot of decision points in there, but it was a lot of fun. All right, easy keep here with 2 into kind of a 3 and then a 4 and a 5. Good curve here. We're playing against the person who was passing to us in the draft, if I remember correctly. J.A. Judge Recoil here, so they're also companioning Yorion. All right, guys, strap in. This could be a long game. They're also companioning Yorion. They were sitting right next to us in the draft. That is pretty funny. Halo Hopper, sure. Okay, easy snap block here if they choose to attack. Seal from existence. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, getting rid of the incubate token. Interesting. Okay. That works. Go ahead and play the Ichor Drinker here. And I'll keep up Cryptomancer and Mirrodin Avenged. Cryptomancer putting the backup here. It's probably pretty good. Okay, they're just putting Yorion in hand. Okay, I'm actually just doing this right now because if we draw another land, we're just playing Hitotsugu and Kairi, so... yeah. We'll get in there with our 2/2 life linker. And I guess we're just playing Etched Familiar here. We don't necessarily need to keep up Deadly Derision at the moment. Okay. 4 damage to me and 1 damage to a creature. Sure. All right, Hidetsugu and Kairi. I guess it's your turn. Do we have attacks? We could attack with the Etched Familiar, but that's our only best blocker here, and if they kill this... Ooh, not drawing a land for a while here. Put 2 cards back. So we're not casting this for like ever. So we'll put that back. And then it doesn't really matter how we do the other one because we're drawing it anyway. So we'll put this back to hide it, I suppose. This is on bottom. That's on top. So we are not going to cast this for a while, which is why I just kind of put it there. Don't have a way to shuffle the library. Here comes Yorion. Blinking the Bond Warden. Oh, and Seal from Existence. No, and the battle. No. Interesting. Okay. Okay, well, we're going to have to probably Deadly Derision the Yorion here. Just so that they don't have any sort of protection or anything, I'm doing this now for that reason. Because the white, there is that really good white combat trick that gives protection from a color. And while they were tapped out, that's the reason I did it the way I did. Which one does this flip into again? 4/4 Prowess. Basically a 4/4 Prowess. Can kind of turn your burn spells into something better. We are at 14, not too low, so we're all right. If they attack with Hopper, I'm blocking with Ichor Drinker and then going to Mirrodin Avenged down the Hopper here. Teysa Karlov. So if a permanent you control causes it to die, creature tokens you have... Okay. That's probably worth just killing with Pylon here. Sorry, Drag Recycler, I don't think you're it. The Gargantua can be cast off of this if we want it to. So I'm going to keep it. But I think I'm actually just going to put Yorion in hand here. Can hold up Cryptomancer and Mirrodin Avenged as needed. And they look to be running out of gas a little bit, so just gonna have to hope we avoid a couple of top decks here. Not that we're pressuring them at all, but target player sacrifices a creature or planeswalker. Well, that's easy enough. I got a side by Cryptomancer to sacrifice. And that one flips into a 2/1 menace that gets counters if they put permanents in their yard. Okay. All right. Ugh. If I tap out from Mirrodin Avenged, that's really bad for me. Like, if I just tap out and they kill this, then I don't have good blocks anymore. Not to mention, they can give anything haste here. But the thing is, we're likely to draw land, not guaranteed. All right, I'm gonna go for it here. Use up the treasure, see if I can find a black. We did find the black, so that's good. We are at 11, so we have to watch out for burn damage. Really hope they don't have like that. All right, well, they conceded. They kind of saw the writing on the wall there with that one. It probably would have taken a while to get to the end, but I think that might have been the end result anyway. Okay, we go first with Expedition Lookout as a nice little blocker, Etherblade Agent if we want it. Not sure exactly how to sequence this, but we'll figure it out. Sebastian's been drafting a lot today. All of our accounts start in Bronze 4. He's all the way up into Silver already. Or do I just Swamp Cycle? I think I have to Swamp Cycle to make sure I hit a land. I could play Etch Familiar next turn. I think I have to make sure I hit my land drops. That's more important. Yeah, we'll just play Etch Familiar. They can transform this next turn, which means our block is no good anymore. Because it has like flanking or something. I don't even know. Gonna have to look to stabilize against blue-white knights here. This is one of the more aggressive decks in the format. Eyes of Gataxias. All right. And no attacks and a missed land drop. Far's Dispersal is going to be pretty good if they have an attacking creature, so we can play one of these two here. Probably just the agent. And if they go for some sort of attacking funny business. Marshal of Zhalfir, that is a good one. We're going to have to vanquish the weak on that for sure. That needs to die. Or do I just advance my board first here? Do I play like Lookout and Dreg Recycler and just get creatures down? That doesn't seem bad to me. Now they will have another 3/3 here, so that's not great. But we do have Vanquish. I want to just get my creatures. I didn't choose to flip it. Why not? Corruption of Tawashi. Incubate 4, and then whenever they transform... Oh, that's why they didn't flip it. Okay. Okay, well, we can basically act at instant speed here with Dispersal and Vanquish. So I'm gonna... I mean, they're gonna flip it. They're gonna draw a card. But then we can return it to their hand, Surveil 2. We can also Vanquish down the Marshal, potentially. Okay, draw a card. It's a 5-mana 4/4 that has upside, so it's pretty good. Still nothing. Okay. I'm just going to get rid of their Marshal. This card is very good. Ah. Okay, they got protection. Yeah, swamps are not what I need, unfortunately. Like, at all. Um... Alright, Yorian, get on in here. Are we going to get outvalued with our value deck? Very potentially. So Yorian is good with currently nothing. Oh, that card is so good. Baneslayer Angel with upside, basically. Yeah, we need that. And honestly, we kind of need that too. I'll keep both, I guess. All right, my turn. And again, because they're playing in the, what's it called? In the, colors that have protection and counter spells and things. I'm going to go ahead and do that at sorcery speed. We are surviving here, but we are on the back foot quite a bit. Wrath. Yep. Kithkin Billy Rider. All right, how are we going to get through this? Jeez. They have all of the creatures they ever need. But we have more cards in deck than them, so if we can survive here, maybe we can back up one Vigilance. Vigilance to their double striker. Yeah, that is going to be tough. Yuck. What do we do about that? Well, this turn I suppose we take 6, but we're not happy about it. Here come the lands. Alright, Yorian, you're not doing much, but here you come. Yeah, you're doing effectively nothing right here. Alright, submit 0. Tap down Yorian. Now they still have... Gosh, do we give it hexproof? They can still just do it next turn. Oh, man. Value Town. These are two just value decks going along here. So they'll still tap it down, but like our creatures are doing like nothing. We have so many 5, 6, and 7 drops in the deck. We just haven't drawn basically any of them. Destroy non-token artifact. man. I thought our deck was value. Good job, Sebastian. I can see why you've already made it all the way up to like silver 3 or whatever. Wait, why did I do that? Oh, I should have sacrificed it to Drag Recycler. Well, that was a mistake. Definitely mistake there. I think they've outvalued us here at this point, though, so I'm not sure we really stood a chance here anyway. They're somehow not even remotely close to decking. I feel like they've drawn like 16 extra cards this game. They'll go ahead and tap down Yorion here. Yeah, I see the writing on the wall. Transform, draw a card, put a counter on it. GG's, Sebastian. We had our fun too, so we'll let them have their fun. Oh, I don't think I can. I don't know what I can do with Yorion at this point. Jeez. Maybe we somehow deck them. They should probably just be swinging out at this point. Like, what are we doing? If they flip this, they get a Sarah Angel? Okay, what can we do here? We can eat that. We can jump that. We can trade with that. We can trade with that and trade with that. Sure, I guess. Can sack the treasure to kill something here. It's probably not really gonna matter. We might just let them flip this and then kill the angel that it makes. Oh, that transforms too. Oh, and it gets a counter. It's not even just the... Right, they're at 9 cards. All right. All right, I think I'm going to let them get the angel. And then kill the angel? See, like in that situation, they could have dealt 11, they could have dealt 13 to our face, but instead chose to get the angel here. So, like, is that better or worse than just like dealing 13 to our face and then next turn we're just basically dead? They know it's on top of our library too, so. Well, okay, hold on. Yorion technically blocks that, but they do still have the Marshal here, so... They can tap down things. Oh, they have protection too? All right. 7 cards in hand. Okay. Return it to their hand. Surveil 2. Put it both in the yard. Ha! You are now at 6. What you gonna do about it? Oh, they had to discard too. We'll go ahead and hit him for 3 because we're blinking it anyway. Still don't think we're going to have enough here to quite do it. They have another Invasion of Dominaria. It draws a card. Boo. Yeah, I think they pretty much got us. All right, well, their control deck, it's not really a control deck. It's pretty much just like a straight value deck. Just had better draws than ours. I think we have good draws in this deck. I just don't think we drew them in the right order. Like, we have a bunch of 5 and 6 drops and things that could have gotten us a ton of value. We just stuck with not a lot of great cards in hand right now. So there's no way unless I double chump here. Okay, so now there's no way that I can prevent them from getting the Angel. So I'll just go ahead and sack Yorion, because why not? See, again, that's another 11 points of damage. 11 plus 13. We'd be dead if they hadn't gone for the Angel. We don't have a sweeper in this deck, do we? I don't think we do. They're going for it. They got 1 card left in deck here. I mean, they might deck themselves. Ah, why did we have to draw a land? I feel like if we drew a few different kind of cards there. Okay, so if we survive this turn, we might win. And if they accidentally transform something... Oh no, it's a May, so they're not going to. Can we survive? No. Because this is going to tap down the other thing. This will be tapped down anyway, but okay, does that prevent any extra damage? So if we sacrifice this, we go to 23. And then we take 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Well... Oh, 22, 23, 24. Which means we have to let them tap down the drag recycler here. With their marshal. Does that have vigilance? No. Okay. All right. Draw a card. Darn. I can also sacrifice this to itself. Oh, I forgot that was an activated ability. All right, math is for blockers. Ah, they got us. Darn. 0 cards in deck and they managed to kill us anyway. Yeah, they kind of had that math done in their head, so. GG, Sebastian, you got a nice deck there. All right, well, we have the worst hand on the face of the earth for this game, so we got to send that one back. And then keep it and probably just send the 5-drop back. We have 2, 3, 4 drop. We got a curve here, so... Interesting. I don't know how you can get access to those emotes here, but good for them. Teferi doing some weird stuff. Oh, well, I can't kill that. And that is a really good card, too. Zarek's Strobe Knight. Yep. Okay, so they can't flip this yet, so I'm not... Yeah, if they flip this, this card is stupid good. So I have to have a plan for when they flip that. Something I can do is play Lookout and hold up Final Flourish. I can play Inga. I can play Lookout and then transform this if I don't need to Flourish here. I would like the option to kill this potentially, but like I also really need to kill that with Flourish here at some point. We have so many removal spells in this deck though. Like if I play Inga here, the downside is they could play 2 spells and cast a knight, or just make a knight for free, which is not good. But Inga could scry us into some more removal potentially. So yeah, none of that is really gonna do it. We need better cards than that right now. Again, we have so much removal. We need to find that. See if they cast 2 spells here. No, they don't. So they are able to transform this next turn if they have a land drop. So we probably have to Final Flourish on Rona. Oh, they have 2 Ronas. Yeah, we have to Final Flourish Rona if they go to transform it here. Alright, pass to attackers. Activate only as a sorcery? Yeah. Alright. Okay, I guess that means we can just flip this then. No reason not to. Alright. Consuming Etherborn, putting it on our 3/3 Phyrexian, I think. If it even resolves. Alright, let's put it over here. Go to combat. Get in here. They'll probably kill it. Down it goes. Ah, the perfect one. Can't even do anything about that either. Okay, so far, I mean, blue-black has seemed very good. And blue in general as a controlling color in this format between These two decks and the deck before that Sebastian was playing. Oh no. Okay, they could have also potentially created one here. And the deck that Sebastian was playing with, like blue control decks, seemed really good. All right, I guess we're passing it back. Okay, sure. Yeah, like these games are long enough that you have time to put these kind of cards in your deck. Like a bunch of the Deadly Derisions and Eyes of Gataxias and these value cards. Are they going to cast 2 spells at instant speed? Make a 2/2? All right, thank God we did that. Our deck was like, are you ready for the land portion of the deck? Because this is the perfect time when they have 6 cards in hand and we have 1 for us to draw 2 lands off the top. That would have basically been a death sentence for us. Can we put this into our hand? 1, 2, 3. We still want to have this up. So this costs 5 mana to do this, which means we would need to cast this for 1. We can tap our whole team and do all of that. That's actually not bad. So we'll do this. And then we still have Final Flourish up. Where do they put it? All right, they put it on top, or close to the top here. They're refusing to transform the Rona, understandably. Mill 2 lands. Why would we mill 2 lands? What did they mill? Oh, they milled Rona and a Deadly Derision, and they get a free knight. Okay. Yes, you do. I can't really cast that because then I'm tapped out. That's the problem. So I can't be tapped out here as long as they have Rona. Because if I didn't give you enough time to read the backside of that, read it now and then know why I can't let it flip. They somehow have more cards in hand than us. The first 2 games, we had like an unlimited number of cards in hand. Oof. What are they going to cast? They can use 3 mana here. They can get a Dispersal. They can get a Dispersal. Oh, they can get Eyes of Gataxias. That's probably what they'll choose. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Man. Tough here. We are getting owned. Again, like if we cast this, we're probably going to find a land here, so I guess we're casting this. So let's put back this and this. We'll put this on top. Play this. And then pass here. All right, well, we're at 8. Do they have a way to counter it or something? Ah, jeez. Brutal. Oh, they do both too. Oh. So then I have to sacrifice it with the recycler here. Well, the good news is we get a cast repurposing for free. And I think we need to kill this thing at this point. We're at 8 life. So go ahead and bounce these 2. No attacks in the turn. Bring them back, get the backup. Probably on itself. Get some extra lifelink here. I'm gonna put Rona back or bring her back to the battlefield. Got enough cards in hand, that's for sure. I mean, if we don't have any cards in hand, transforming Rona isn't the end of the world for us. It just turns into a 5/5, which is good. Don't get me wrong. But it doesn't steal cards out of our hand. It casts them for free. Huh. Does that mean we die? We can sacrifice it with Drag Recycler, but then we can't trade. Okay. Are we dead? We do have a 3/3 lifelink here, so maybe not. We also have a Halo Forager in deck. Might not be bad to find here at some point. But no, the deck says, can I interest you in a land? The deck's still been really cool though so far. I mean, it's not quite as consistent as our first two games, clearly. Like these last two games, we've been playing with like one card in hand, whereas the first two, we had like 7 cards in hand when we won. So if this deck draws its cards in the right order, it's pretty insane. Um, Now we're just at risk of dying to a Halo Forager. They attack with everything. We take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we're dead next turn. Probably should have just attacked with everything because you know there's a land right here. So what'd I tell you? Love to predict these things. There's no need to go to full control. They can't transform that. We can't block that. That's got Death Touch, so we'll go here. Oh, I didn't even see those attacking. They had Vigilance. Didn't matter. We were dead. So, all right. Well, let's hope the deck can draw the cards in the right order for what's hopefully not our last game, but will be our next one here. Okay, opponent goes first, but we have a good hand. Hello, Sir Flyers. Unfamiliar with who you are, but good to be playing against you. White, white. Well, nothing much better to do than a Nezumi Informant here. Go ahead and discard a card. Getting rid of green. All right, are they mana screwed? Nope, found their green. 3/3 Vigilance. Fine by me, because I have an Etched Familiar. Ugh. No longer fine by me, because you now have a 4/4. Ah, they'll put it on itself. Okay. No attacks. I could have attacked with the Etched Familiar, but blocking seems fine as well. Okay, so doing some fixing here. And transforming. Okay. So I can put Yorion in hand and hold up Final Flourish, or I can just play the Doombringer. That seems fine. This blocks very well on the board here. If I did that, I should have attacked first. That was kind of dumb. No, I mean, I've got a combat trick here I can use to take down these creatures and not lose any of mine. There's Emoti. It's also got Cascade, which is good. Alright, Yorion, come on in. No reason to get over zealous here as long as we've got the Final Flourish. I don't think I want to be sacrificing 5/3. Each creature enters with more counters. That's pretty good. We have a lot of good blockers set up here, though. Is it worth just killing Emoti right now? Probably so. Like, this card can get really out of hand if they have more stuff. Oh, the value of your... Alright, come on, Gargantua, get in here. No, that's not how we're doing it. I could tap 3 creatures to like tuck away their Renata here. I would tap like one. It's probably not worth it. A second emote? Ugh. Put a counter on each creature you control? No. What does it flip into? 3/3 ward to... Oh my god. Ridiculous. Oh, they're coming at me with a 7/4. Okay, no blocks. Guys, I'm just going for full value with Yorion right now. This is probably not at all responsible, but, like, this is just crazy. The amount of value we could get from this. Well, both of those are pretty good. Let's take that. And then I think we have to get rid of Renata here. I'm sure they'll put it second from the top, but... Alright, what do you got? That could have a 6-drop. Oh, and it has Cascade. And then they cascade into Renata. Oh. Value train. Value train assembled. Okay, so we'll have 8 mana. If we cast Derision, get a treasure, cast Yorion. What do we even kill? I guess Timberland Ancient here? Alright, are we glitching? They glitching? Okay. Surveil 1. So we do this. Get a treasure. Cast Yorion. Blink basically all our creatures here. Oh, I could have blinked Gift of Completion as well. Darn. They look to not be caring too much about their battle right now. Definitely, that was a mistake. I thought it was only creatures, but I guess it's any other non-land permanents. Pretty good. They discarded... I think Vanquish is still fine. It kills the 3/3. We want to be killing things. They discarded Storm the Seed Core. Gosh, what is their last card? That is scary. Did I not bottom the Expedition Lookout? Did I draw the other one? Yeah, I did draw the other one. Okay. Blighted Burgeoning. That's fine, I think. Okay. Are we stable? Kind of. Yes, we're stable. All right. We can cast everything in our hand. Do we attack with Yorion? I think we have to start kind of pressuring them a little bit, right? Anything have reach? No. They're on a 3-turn clock now, too. I was about to say, what's getting them so much devotion? Ah, these as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is their devotion here. No, not a 6-drop. No, not a 7-drop. That's going to have Cascade. Okay. Did they just do that to scare us? Didn't say if they put Topper. Oh, I guess, well, they didn't put it in the graveyard, so I guess I know it was that. Okay, so do we kill their 3/3? Probably not. We can make them think they have... Ooh, that's a great draw. Emoti or Renata? It's got to be Emoti, right? This can lead to some crazy things. And Renata doesn't even have trample. So... Oh, hi there. Yeah, both of those... You're both busted. What if we attacked with everything? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They have to take 1. They just take 2 more. So, actually, and 0. So, no. We'll just get in with Yorion here. They did surveil something to the top, so that's a little scary. Okay, the Ozolith. That's okay. We have Ichor Drinker to chump for days. And they're dead after their next turn right now because of Hidetsugu. 10-5. That seems fine to do. Surveil 1, we will keep it on top. And still no real reason to cast Vanquish the Weak. Sure. I don't even know. Okay, so this should probably be lethal, I would think. We have double removal spell backup because we can cast Vanquish and we can Convoke out Pylon for the rest. Jesus. I'm gonna have to kill that now. Okay, they were dead anyway. I don't even know what that does, but I'm sure it would have killed us. It would have gotten pretty close. We're gonna kill it, so. Alright, we got there. Alright, here we are. Good hand. Ichor Drinker into Dreg Recycler and Vanquish for their 3-drop if we need it. Not too bad. Skybills. Unfamiliar with Skybills, but that's alright. Lots of content creators I'm unfamiliar with, but that's so great that now we just have so many different content creators here on the here for MTG. It's really good community we've built here. Yorion in hand, hold up Sky, hold up Vanquish. Oh, okay, well I guess we're playing Cryptomancer here. Didn't necessarily need to do that, but I mean, that gives a target for Halo Forager now. Oh, that's all right, I guess. All right, Yorion. I think you're coming to hand now because you can cast, or we can cast you next turn if we need to. Zada Hedron Grinder. Cast an instant that targets only it. You can copy it. All right, that's probably okay. We can kill that with Vanquish. Putting the counter on the Ichor Drinker doesn't really do much necessarily. They're in red-white. It's going to be hard for them to deal with the Yorion. I guess they could do like the pacifism, which wouldn't be good. Well, no blocks, I guess. Turns into a 4/3 trample. They can do it now. If they pass with other mana up, I can't really vanquish the weak on Zada. Okay, and there's Billy Rider. Now I can do this. And then still hold up Vanquish the Weak. And then next turn I can play Halo Forager and also flash back Vanquish the Weak, which is a really good combo. Probably should have just fired off Vanquish the Weak there. Like on their Billy Rider or something. In case they have like the protection spell or something like that. They clearly had something attacking with that into my Yorion last turn, so. Transform it into a 4/3. Does that mean I want to kill it now? 4/3 trample. Yeah. That seems alright. Now we can do this. We can pay 4. Get a Deadly Derision. Kill that and attack with these two here. And they kind of have to block. And that should probably do it. We have... why not? Let's just do this. Kind of have 2 lethal threats in the air here. Uh-oh, what does that do? Aura, God, or Demigod? Okay, so they do have the Realm Breaker's Grasp, but do they have a way to get rid of the Halo Forager? They do not. Alright. We got there. Sweet. Okay, and we get with a very, very slow hand. We have a lot of 2-drops. This is probably not at all responsible. Playing against MTG Nerd Girl here. I do know that creator. Ooh, another 5-drop. At this point, I think I have to cycle the Mauler to make sure I can get to my 4s. Ooh, going against a 3/1. This is this might be a quick one. Yeah, I have nothing else to do here. Oof. I guess we're killing that while they're tapped out. Getting a little laggy here. Sorry about the lag. Got another Lancer. And there goes the doggo. It's alright. We can do Lookout plus Vanquish. We can do Lookout plus Cleansing. We can Doombringer as a blocker and then Yorion next turn, potentially. Guess I'll Doombringer here. Gain a little bit of life, and if they still attack, that's not great news because that means they have a combat trick. I would prefer not to block so that I can blink it with Yorion. Sorry about the dog. You know, dogs gonna be dogs. Gosh, 3 Lancers. Okay. Okay, we did successfully hold off an attack. That's great news. So we have 7 mana, so we can do Lookout and Yorion here. And I think that's probably the play. Could also just play Hidetsugu and Kairi. Plus the Lookout. We can do both of these. Yeah, let's do Lookout and let's go ahead and cast this here. We've already played a land, so we're definitely going to put Cleansing back just so it goes on the top of our library in case they kill it. We can also put back Mirrodin Avenged, just because that's probably not doing much for us right now. So if this dies somehow, we can cast this for free. We are stabilizing, so that's good. Invasion of Belenon, that's a good one. I do like that card. No, don't get rid of the Doombringer. Alright, well, at least we can blink it. I prefer them not to get a full-on Anthem here, so I'll let it go to 1. This did have first strike, a little bit of a mistake there for her not attacking, I think. So I guess we're trading. So do I get rid of the 2/2? Yeah, I think I have to get rid of the 2/2. Can't get that back. Now we Yorion. Do I pump their battle or do I drain that? I think I actually have to pump the battle here. The backside of this is very good. It turns into Glorious Anthem, so Infected Defector dies into a Incubate 3. Alright, so we're starting to kind of get our stuff here, but now we have to make sure we can kind of draw some top end. We've kind of stabilized, but she's drawing some good gas here too. Another card, yep. Keeps getting bigger. Go ahead and play the eyes here. Forgot that card was in my deck. I'm not going to play it because I like to hold up this and Vanquish or Cryptomancer. So, forgot that even made the deck. How was that in the deck? Who knows? All right, look, saw the writing on the wall with all the value that we had there. So, GG, MTG Nurgle, great playing against you. All right, we go first. Daily draft versus team draft. So we've got Etherblade Agent on 2, removal on 3 with Convoking if we want to. Man, I love this deck. This deck has been so sweet. Ragavan? Unnecessary. No thank you. Do I just hold up Ifara's Dispersal here? Because if they have removal, I don't want Ragavan to hit me. Well, how rude. How rude. Ragavan on 1. What are we playing, Legacy? Vintage? I don't even know what formats this is legal in. Yeah, they're both good cards. They just gonna play it again? Yeah, now we're in the exact same spot. So that was pretty dumb by me. The exact same spot we were last turn, and now they have more cards. And if they flip Halo Forger, they can't cast it. Well, yeah, they could. Because they could... Okay, here comes Ragavan. Here comes the combat trick. Does it give trample? No. Why is Ragavan in this set? That's so dumb. Do I have to cast Deadly Derision on their 1-drop? Or Pylon, potentially? I think I do. I feel so bad. That's how good that card is. That's why that card is like an all-star in Modern and Legacy and Vintage. And then here we are sitting in Limited, having a Ragavan punching us in the face. Invasion of Calidus. I get a Flying Thopter. And a Halo Hopper. Okay, so we have 6 mana. So we can cast Halo Forger and flash back Ifara's Dispersal. We can cast this and flip it immediately. That's not bad. Although they're going to flip this if we do that, which turns into a flyer. We can pile on that, though. An extra land lets us cast Deadly Derision with Halo Forger, which I think is better. So now they get to flip the invasion, and then we can pile on their creature on the backside, and then potentially get in with the Stinger if they don't have a another good creature to block it, or a removal spell, which is asking a lot. I guess I'll keep it. Oh, it's a vehicle. Okay. Well, I guess we're piling on and killing that if they try to animate it with their Thopter here. That makes Halo Forager better. Wren's Resolve, what do you find? They found their extra mountain. Counter target creature or battle. Until their next turn, so we can't cast either of these next turn. Or this, really. We could, but like... I don't think the agent's good anymore here. We're playing pretty defensively. So my plan is to just play the informant. They counter it. We put Yorion in hand. It's about the best we can do here. We could have stranded that in their hand by bottoming the informant as well. But then there's no guarantee what we draw from there, which isn't great. Beamtown Beat Stick. +1/+0 and Menace. And it gets a combat, or it gets a treasure for them. Well, that's tough. That's going to be tough here. I probably should have just put the informant. Invasion, another one. So if we cast Halo Forager, we can pay 2 to cast Assimilating Essence, Wren's Resolve, Shapecraft. I'm going to do this to draw a card. Oh, I forgot that was even in the deck. Alright, I guess we're just flipping this. Taking 5, unless they want the backside of their battle here. No, they're going right to face. Not activating this right now because this has Menace, so it can't block it anyway. Trample Prowess turns into Trample Ward 2 Prowess. That's tough to beat. Ward 2, you say? Well, the Aetherborn can give us some lifelink, I guess. I'm just going to end up being a chump blocker for their Spellstalker. Oh, it has Trample too. Forgot about that. That's probably not a great attack. Do they have enough to get through here? Double Prow, so they have 7, 8. So if they cast any spell, if they have a removal spell, we lose. For sure. Going for the battle. Need a little bit of life here because they're going to flip it and then they can deal or discard lands to deal 2 to us, to any target. They chose not to discard the land. That was weird. Oh, what a top deck. Is that Obosh? Yes, it is. Well, you need to die. And I guess we have to do this. And then Halo Forager flashing back Vanquish of the Week next turn. If we draw a land, it can flash back like Deadly Derision or Pylon. Now, if they drew a land, they can deal 2 to this. Then we block here. 2/1 Flying Menace. Okay, so we've successfully held them back for a moment. Ugh, Phoenix. Okay. Yeah, they're drawing good cards here. Okay, so we drew a land. Which means we can cast a 4-drop spell. Or we could just cast... No, because then Yorion next turn... What is this? How can this return? Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery... Or whenever an instant deals damage to an opponent or battle. Okay. Do we want the treasure or do we want the surveil? We probably want the surveil here. And we can't kill this because it has ward. I think we have to kill the Phoenix. Well, it's another removal spell. Yes. We are on the back foot here. Really trying to get out. Again, if they drew a land, they can just kill the Halo Forager here. Lands or spells are good draws for them, so... Okay, it's another flyer. Does that mean we're dead? So if we play Yorion, we blink Halo Forager, comes back in, it can cast a 2-drop. Or a 2-mana spell, which is Ren's Resolve or Shapecraft. Draws a card. If we play Repurpose and kill that, this still hits us because it has Menace. This is tough here. Till the end of your next turn, you may play those cards. All right, well, guess we'll see what we can find here. Land off the top, they win. Spell off the top, they probably win. All right, hey there, everyone. Sorry about that. Apparently, my computer doesn't want me recording any more than however long that last video was, because as soon as it cut there, it just decided it didn't want to screen record anymore. So my bad about that. Good news is you didn't miss much. I lost that game against our last opponent against Team Draft there. in the next 2 or 3 turns. We didn't really draw out of it, and they drew a good card or something like that, and just kind of pushed through the last little bit of damage. We were down to 3 life anyway, so we kind of saw that one coming. But in the end of the day, we ended up with a 5-3. I've already clicked through the screen, so you can't see that either. But we ended up with a 5-3, played some fun content creators, and had a really, really sweet deck. Blue-black control in this format seems like it's going to be pretty good if you can get a deck like that, what I just got each time. So yeah, I know this was a long one today, so thanks so much for sticking with me. We're going to have another early access draft dropping in a couple days here on the channel, so stay tuned for that, and check out the sealed video previously if you're still interested in watching sealed content. Thanks so much for tuning in today, and I will see you next time for your daily draft.